How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to be featuring the Cristoforo Colombo, the legendary tier Italian battleship. After Colombo's nerf, Colombo definitely isn't as good as it used to be, obviously, but this thing is still very, very nasty at what it can do. You have 16 guns that are relatively accurate since you're able to use Angelo Iachino, the Italian accuracy commander that you can get for free. Uh, just his ability to make Colombo actually relatively accurate is well, makes this thing nasty. Having a smoke firing penalty of like 10.9 as well. Good firing angles, 360-degree turrets. This thing can basically do it all. So you can do some pretty spicy things, like take pot shots at Schlieffens at beyond 17 kilometers. I mean, look at that accuracy. You don't have the highest Sigma, but there's so many guns, and I mean, I guess the Aquino does buff your Sigma a little bit. Well, we basically just ruined that Schlieffens match in one salvo. Schlieffen's still charging in, but he's basically dead. There's not much that he can do. Unfortunately, the Yamato saw what happened to the Schlieffen and he decided to turn away. Otherwise, it would have been really great if we could have, well, done that to another battleship. But now Schlieffen decides to turn broadside because, well, if he kept charging in, we were just sitting here waiting for him to get spotted and get past the island, but no, he decided to go broadside to the rest of our team at A, unfortunately, so we're not able to secure that kill. But yeah, now we're still spotted. There's a destroyer somewhere. And I'm not really sure where he is. We could be spotted from the front, but he's actually behind us. So now we need to get out of here. Kind of push in. Enemy Michelangelo is charging in. Kind of wish we kept our turrets facing in that direction because I'm not sure if our turrets are going to turn in time. So at this point, we just start sailing forward. Enemy Michelangelo is shooting at us, and that Preußen is coming around the corner. Not much we can do for a friendly that's right in front of him and going to get tortured by the destroyer. So we're basically just going to try and reposition so we can maybe finish off everything at A. And then by the time they're all gone at A, our team can start pushing in, and then we can maybe get something done. But that would be the ideal situation. I pop my exhaust smoke to try and close the distance towards B as much as we can. There's a lot of things here, so I kind of want to see if we can maybe get the element of surprise. I mean, obviously they see the smoke screen crawling towards them, but at the same time, we're going to have our guns facing this way, and maybe we can get the drop on them. I mean, it's a big if, but that's what we're hoping for currently. We still have friendly battleships alive behind us. I guess they abandoned that middle left side to come to our side, but they decided to come to the side with the only destroyer, which is kind of funny. Enemy Michelangelo isn't spotted, not really sure where he went. Enemy battleship that is kiting A gets spotted, he turned back in. It was the Yamato. Now we're just going to see if we can get an opportunity to get a broadside that we want to smash. Another enemy Michelangelo gets spotted. There is a Worcester that's sitting flat broadside, and he is trying to make use of that island. So we're just going to be patient and see what he actually does. He may try to sit behind the island, but considering where we are, we're going to keep him spotted. Chances are he has beyond range as well, so he'll just end up staying spotted. Worcester did slow down just a little bit, and we did take a pretty good lead. Unfortunately, we only got one Citadel. Would have been great if we got more, or maybe even dev struck him. But no, now we're getting farmed by secondaries. We see enemy Michelangelo charging into our team at A. Not really sure what's going to happen to him at this point. I mean, there is still a lot of friendlies at A. There's still one more Michelangelo as well. I'm trying to debate what to do here. There is a Yamato that is somewhat broadside as well to us. And we're trying to take a pot shot at his cheek to see if we can deal enough damage and maybe get rid of him. But unfortunately, he actually accelerates, and most of our shells land at the middle of his ship where the armor is the thickest. So not the salvo that we really wanted. We still haven't gotten any kills yet either, so we don't have any stacks of our legendary plotting room. So our damage is not going to be what we really need it to be. Michelangelo, that was pushing it towards A, is currently unspotted. I'm trying to be patient here to see if we can maybe capture B before we get reset by secondaries or something. There is a conch also reversing. I popped my spotter plane a little prematurely here, but I'm expecting that Michelangelo to still come out from that island, which he does, and we fire a full salvo. I mean, 16 guns. Chances are you're not dodging that at that close of a range, and he does end up getting dev struck. Enemy conch that was reversing also goes down to our friendly Preussen. Now there's just the enemy Michelangelo still charging in at A. Surprised that he's so healthy. I probably would have expected him to basically be dead at this point. A lot of torpedoes for Michelangelo to dodge. He does eat quite a few of them, and he doesn't really have a whole lot of HP remaining. Unfortunately, he doesn't get to turn broadside for us, and he just simply turns away. But he's still broadside to most of our team, so I'm sure he's going to go down at some point. But now, enemy destroyer is all the way at the back of our spawn. We don't really need to worry about him too much, and there's a bunch of ships that we can now fight without having the threat of torpedoes, which is great for us. All we really have to do now is just, well, pick our fights carefully, and, well, we'll be fine. Enemy Colombo went all the way around the island, and I'm kind of hoping that he gets spotted, and maybe he's broadside. I do want to shoot a full salvo, so we're going to need to turn a little bit. I hope I don't beach here, and, well, we'll just keep pushing towards him. The Preussen is still behind the island at sea. Hopefully we can deal as much damage as we can as we take like half of that Colombo's HP. I mean, even after the nerfs, Colombo can still absolutely smash. Just not nearly as bad as it was before. But enemy Colombo decides to smoke up to try and survive since he lost all of his HP in like one salvo. And he's going to keep pushing in. Our friendly battleship, not sure if he's going to get shot at. I would assume Colombo's going to take a shot at a broadside battleship to see if he can get rid of him, especially if he's able to angle in, which I'm pretty sure he is. Colombo gets spotted. Our friendly battleship tries to turn in as quickly as he can. Our salvo at the Colombo, we black out one of his turrets. He's definitely not having fun right now. And our friendly Preussen, I mean, ideally he would stay angled and not die. Enemy Colombo, though, doesn't have a turret, and at this point, I don't think there's enough damage in his salvo that he can finish off our friendly battleship before he goes down. Our guns reload, improved pen angles, and we do get pens. One over pen, but not much that he was going to be able to do. We are in sonar, which I'm assuming is the Preussen. We have no idea where the enemy Z52 is. He could be somewhere... Oh, there he is. He gets spotted by our friendly Preussen. And he is all that is left. Since it's going to take me a while to get around this island, I just switched to HE, and we can shoot a full salvo of HE at this Z52. We do have 2 stacks of legendary plotting room. Ideally, I probably could have also just shot AP over pens at this point, especially with 2 stacks of plotting room. Not plotting room, reload mod, and also having drill bits. I want to say the AP alpha over pen will probably still do more than an HE pen, especially now that he's taken some damage and he has 2 bars and there's saturation kicking in. It's just one of those things. Maybe you'll get the pens that do more damage than over pens, but then if he's saturated, then obviously the damage is going to be reduced. But at least you'll always deal at least 10% even if something goes fully saturated. Z52 dumps torps. I mean, this was to be expected. But we had our heal going as well as having the Tetsudo skill. So when our heal was going, we would take reduced damage. So realistically, Z52 torps, nothing really to worry about when our heal is going. We are on sonar. I'm just going to keep pushing towards the smoke. And at some point, if he decides to, well, reverse, He would have left the cap and then we would have an idea, but he stayed in the cap, so we kept our guns to the right. And he tried to, I guess, ram us, but no ram for him. He goes down, and we have a pretty banger 3600 base XP match in Colombo. Poor Schlieffen, all he wanted to do was push in, brawl, and have fun, but we cross-mapped him, and, well, a lot of good that secondary nerf did to him. It was very useful. But yeah, poor Schlieffen is all I can say. Angelo Iachino, just full accuracy build. Probably could also still get away with using Arthas, but sometimes I feel like spotter plane works every now and then, which could be useful. I don't quite remember what I did with this build. I don't remember if I put on Ciliax. I did put on Ciliax. Ciliax is here to try and make up for the nerf to Colombo in its entirety, as well as the nerf to drill bits, because otherwise you'd have like a, what, 10,250 AP alpha, which is pretty pitiful. So at least now it's back up above 11,000, which is much more comfortable for a battleship. But anyway, that's pretty much it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more, and share with your friends, or leave a comment down below for the ships you want to see in the future. But anyway, guys, till next time, aloha.